This is phase 3 of a long-range facilities and education plan that was really started in the district about 15 years ago. And we knew at that time that we had some major facilities needs and that they needed some significant upgrading and that the cost was going to be large. And we knew that we couldn't do it in one phase, so we decided to plan this out over multiple years and multiple phases. So we've obviously completed phase 1 and phase 2, been very successful with that, and this is the culmination of our long-range facilities plan. So the improvements are significant. We are really looking at some major upgrades at the high school for district-wide use and community use for both the pool facilities and the auditorium. And as you can see, behind me is the pool facility, and we thought that this would be a great place to talk about the project. So let's start with this space. This space is over 50 years old, is in major need of repair. The pool is not deep enough, it's not large enough, the spectating area is not large enough, it has some filtration issues, and we're spending an awful lot of money just to keep it running on a day-to-day and a year-to-year basis. So we are planning to basically demolition this area and build a brand new pool that will be 8 lanes instead of 6. It will be deeper on the diving end, and it will have a better air quality, better filtration, more seating, and just aesthetically it'll be upgraded and moved into the 21st century. The other major space at the high school that's used district-wide is the auditorium. That is also a space that's in need of some major upgrading and repair work. And the work there really includes sound booth, stage rigging, lighting, ceilings, seating, and some other aesthetic improvements as well. The other major work really is going to happen at Tuscarora. We're looking at a brand new main entranceway with a lockbox area. We're trying to enhance the safety and security of the building. We're also looking at moving the library out of the basement up into the first floor. So we'll have a brand new library space, library media center, that will occupy the current space where the cafeteria is. The cafeteria will get relocated into a brand new addition with the auditorium stage-like, so we call that a cafetorium, and expanded seating so that we'll have enough seating in the lunchroom for fewer lunch periods, and we will not have kids out in the cafeteria into the multi-purpose room. So expanded kitchen. Right now it's really only a warming station for our food. We'll be able to actually cook in the kitchen. And also major upgrades to all the classrooms, the bathrooms, and the hallways. The project is mostly funded through building state aid. We get the lion's share of our funding reimbursed back to us in state aid. Our building aid ratio is around 94% of all eligible work on the project. This project, there are some items that are not eligible. So we're looking at about 75% of it will be funded with state aid, and the rest of it will be funding with local savings that we have in a capital reserve and a debt service. So there will be no additional tax impact to the taxpayer. And we were able to do this exact same financing with phase 1 and phase 2. So we have not raised taxes because of our projects in the first 2 phases, and we're not planning on doing that again. We're very confident in our financial plan. We work very closely with a financial advisor, and we feel really good about making sure that we do not raise taxes because of the projects. The state in their education budget literally sets aside $3 to $4 billion in capital funding for school districts around New York State, and there's almost 700 of them. And all districts are eligible for this funding if they meet the guidelines to receive the funding. And we're in a favorable position mostly because of our demographics and our economics in our area, that we get the lion's share of the dollars that we spend on projects reimbursed back to us. So the taxpayers are funding the state education budget, which includes this $3 to $4 billion that's set aside to do capital work. So all of the taxpayers are funding that, and if we don't use it, other districts will. And I think that's really the key point here, is that this money is available for any school district. So it's ours. If we have a need, certainly we need to apply for it and do that through a capital project. So if the project doesn't pass, there are certain needs, health and safety needs mostly, that we would have to take care of. And if we don't do that through a bond issue, and do that over time and spread the cost out over time, we have to do that locally. And that means locally in our annual budget. So there could be certainly a tax impact if we had to do some of this work locally. Some of this work is not required, some of it's program needs that we have, but there are parts of this work through the building condition survey that are absolutely required, that the state will mandate us to repair or to fix or to renovate. I would say the boilers and the building controls and the unit ventilators are a big part of that. So the vote is Thursday, December 8th. We are encouraging people to come out and vote. Certainly it's your right to do that. We are looking for a large turnout. It's an exciting time, and we want people to participate in the process. So please come out and vote. It's from noon to 8 p.m. in the library at the high school.